General instructions to the patrons buying tickets. No electronic equipments including digital cameras, laptops, tablets, drones, power banks or any other electronic equipments other than mobile phones will be allowed inside the stadium. Helmets, laptop bags, umbrella and/or other bags will not be allowed inside the premises. There are no lockers available at the premises for the patrons to keep their valuables. Patrons are requested to note the entry and gate mentioned in the tickets for access into the stadium. Public car park and two-wheeler parking are available at Kalai Vanar Arangam Parking Area, PWD Parking Area, opposite to V. Pattabiraman Gate on Walaja Road, Madras University Campus, Omundarar Medical College Campus. All of these areas will be on a first-come and first-occupancy basis for the patrons having tickets for the matches. TNCA encourages patrons to use public transport during match days due to limited parking inside and outside the periphery of the MA Chidambaram Stadium. TNCA has liaised with Chennai Metro, suburban train service and with the Metropolitan Transport Corporation to ensure that adequate public transport services are available from the stadium before and after the match on the 22nd of March 2023. MA Chidambaram Stadium is plastic-free zone and no plastic bags will be allowed inside the premises. MA Chidambaram Stadium is no tobacco zone and no cigarettes, bidi, gutka, pan masala or any other tobacco will be allowed inside the premises. Free drinking water facility is available for public at specific areas in all stands. TNCA has identified seats in I lower stand for physically challenged patrons requiring wheelchair to access the stadium. These seats will only be reserved for physically challenged patrons. Patrons buying online tickets will be allowed entry by scanning e-tickets with barcode QR code at the gate. Patrons will be denied entry if scanners find them to be duplicate. Entry gates will be opened 2 hours prior to the match at 11:30 a.m. No re-entry will be permitted. No food or beverage will be allowed inside the premises including deliveries. Pets will not be permitted inside the stadium. A ticket holder shall be deemed to have been made aware of and to have been accepted and be bound by the conditions. Defined terms used below shall have the meanings given in the conditions. Ticket price includes entertainment tax 25% of gross payment for admission inclusive of the amount of tax and 25% GST over and above the ET wherever applicable. A physical or digital ticket must be produced by the holder of the ticket holder at the time of entry into the stadium. The entry gates will open 3 hours before the start of the match. Entry will be refused if the barcode has been tampered with or if the ticket has been defaced or damaged or tampered with in any way. Association will not be held responsible for the same. This entry ticket is valid for one person only, and no re-entry will be allowed. Children aged 2 years and above without a valid ticket will not be permitted. The ticket only entitles the holder to access the area of the stadium in which the relevant seat is located and no other area of the stadium. The ticket should be produced whenever demanded by the organizer association of the match, and the organizers association's representatives. The organizer association reserves the right to search, frisk the holder at any time for security reasons. No item including without limitation banners or flags etc. displaying commercial logos, which, in the organizers association's view, may conflict with the rights of any official sponsor of the match, will be allowed into the stadium. Bottles, lighters, e-cigarettes, tins or cans, coins, musical instruments, flammable, toxic, illegal or hazardous substances, metal containers, firecrackers or weapons are not allowed inside the stadium. No food may be brought into the stadium. No alcohol may be brought into or taken out of the stadium. The organizer association shall be entitled to seize any prohibited items above without liability and without any obligation to return such items or to compensate the holder in respect thereof. This ticket is strictly not transferable and is for the sole use of the purchaser. This ticket shall not be exchanged, ceded, sold or transferred, whether in a commercial or promotional context, such as, without limitation, as a prize in a lottery competition or as part of an advertising or promotional campaign, with or without consideration, unless written permission has been previously obtained from the organizer association. The use of mobile phones, transistors, computers, cameras or any other audio-visual recording equipment for recording and/or communication of match details, statistics, images etc. is strictly prohibited. The holder will not sell or offer for sale any product or service from any part of the stadium. Neither association nor the organizer will be liable to the holder whether in contract, tort or otherwise for any indirect, incidental, special or consequential loss or damage or for any loss of profit or revenue, loss of use, loss of business or contracts or loss of opportunity. The holder shall not engage in any form of ambush marketing, and shall not conduct in any activity that conflicts with or infringes the rights of any official sponsor or commercial partner. Dishonoring of our national flag in any form is strictly punishable. Foul, abusive or any form of discriminatory language, whether on the grounds of race, religion or otherwise, unruly language or any unruly or threatening behaviors will not be tolerated. Entry on the field of play at any time and the throwing of any article is strictly prohibited. Refunds will only be made if the match is cancelled without a single ball being bowled. No other refunds will be made. There is no obligation on the organizer, association to reschedule the match. Spectators are reminded that any of the language or behavior above or any action in breach will result in ejection from the ground and possible further action such as criminal prosecution, identification by way of photographing and/or capturing by video camera of the images of such persons and life ban be imposed on such persons. Neither association nor organizer will, subject to any limitation imposed by law, be in any way liable to the holder, any event, occurrences, or other timing the cause of which is beyond the reasonable control of association and the organizer. In addition to these conditions, the entry shall be subject to any ground regulations specific to the stadium. Entry into the stadium constitutes the agreement by the holder of the ticket to be bound by these terms and conditions and by any stadium regulations which may be displayed at the stadium together with all present and future laws, rules and regulations whilst within the stadium. Ticket holder S cannot display any product's name in any way, manner in the stadium. The association organizer reserves the right, without refund or other recourse, to refuse admission to anyone who is found to be in breach of these terms and conditions including, if necessary, ejecting the holder S of the ticket from the stadium after they have entered the ground. By booking tickets for the event, you consent to your data being used for marketing and promotional activities by Paytm Insider and the organizer.